We celebrate our nation, our future, Uganda, and believe in the beautiful game of football in Uganda. We believe in our mother body. Fufa, Fufa, when the boys and girls aspire to become stars, of the Uganda queens and the crested queens and the sun queens. Come on, our fans, our gallant fans, our sponsors, our dear government to support the beautiful game. One tribe, one family, one religion, one nation. It is our game, it's our country, it's our joy, it's our nation. The past and present stars, the fallen and living heroes, the coaches and referees, the players and the officials make this game. One tribe, one family, one religion, one nation. It is our game, it's our country, it's our joy, it's our nation.
Hello, a very fantastic evening to you, wherever you're catching the signals of Satellite TV from. I would like to say thank you so much for always being part of this show. Remember, this is the biggest TV you have got in Western Ireland, and it's here to bring for you every activity that's here you've been lacking behind in the world of sports, in the world of politics, in the world of business, in the world of religious session. We are always live for you. This is Satellite TV. Whatever you're catching us live from, I would like to thank you so much, my good friend. That's Mr. Nebbi down in Dubai City. Remember, today is your birthday. I would like to say thank you so much. Actually, you've been one of the greatest persons in my life, and who I am today is because of you. Remember, we used to stay together during our school time down in Kampala. I would like to say thank you so much, Mr. Nebbi, in there. So that I'll be connecting to Fred Senior down in Nebbi district to give us some insights about Nebbi Football Club. Remember, they have appointed a new CEO. Who the CEO is, that's when Fred Senior will be confirming that one to us. Nationally, a lot of fracas happening in Ugandan football. And the latest we're getting is that the Gaddafi Football Club have actually appointed Abdallah Mobiru, former KCCA coach, and he worked with so many different clubs. I'll be telling you that one exclusive. Remember, he is supposed to come with his actual technical team. Remember, one of the biggest names in that technical team includes Charles Livingston Palmers. He's set to join Abdallah Mobiru at Team Gaddafi Football Club in there. We shall be delving into that into this at a later time. Remember, this show is probably sponsored by Sabirima Global Ventures Limited. They are the sole sponsors of this show, and the money that and the energy I have got in the studio is powered by Sabirima Global Ventures Limited. They're doing a lot of activities, bids, supply of goods, and other necessities. Just look for the services of Sabirima Global Ventures Limited within town. You will be sorted with everything. My name is Senior Zero, the host of the show. Today, alone in the studios, and I will be connecting shortly to Mr. Fred down in Nebbi. He is one of the officials in the team of Nebbi Football Club. I want to confirm from him whether this team has truly appointed a new CEO. And again, How far have they gone with the preparations? Remember, Calvert has also appointed a new CEO already. How far are they going with their plans in what we call their quest for promotion in the UPA League? Remember, they'll be playing in what we call the FIFA Big League next season. So, Team Nebbi Football Club is one of the biggest clubs that we do have got in West Nile. So, we shall be seeing how this team will be actually making amends in what we call the Big League. Let's first connect to Fred Senior down in Nebbi, and we see what Fred Senior will be telling us after that side of Nebbi. Fred Senior.
Yes, hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm okay.
Yes,
How's Nebbi today?
yes, okay.
That's great to hear.
Yes,
Arua is equally okay, and we are here for sports. This is Sunrise TV.
that is wonderful. I'm glad to be on air with evening viewers.
All right, tell us some brief picture about the latest coming in from Nebbi Football Club.
Thank you so much. We are preparing for the Big League, Super Big League. And as you know, we are a new team and the requirements that are needed for us to participate.
Yeah.
It seems to be a lot, ranging from infrastructural preparation to others. So as we talk right now, we are preparing the pitch, that is Luo Stadium, to be ready for that time when the inspection team from FIFA will come for the first inspection. So as we talk right now, the pitch is being upgraded, and as you may know, we are required to have a surface that is 98% covered by grass. So we are trying our level best to try and patch up the whole pitch.
Yes.
There are some areas that didn't have grass cover, but we have been trying our level best to plant new grass in order for it to be ready for that time when the inspection team will be here.
Yes.
Apart from that, we are also putting up a perimeter fence. We are also putting up a pair of goal posts. So it's going to be a lot of work, a whole new shape when we talk about the playing ground. So definitely, those are some of the things that we are currently undertaking.
Yes.
And after that, we intend to get down to recruitment. We should be able to start by next week on Monday, after we are done with after we are putting up a perimeter fence. Yes.
I remember the last time actually I talked to you was when we said some information about the CEO thing, and you confirmed to me that you guys are having a new CEO. You can tell those who are watching Sunrise TV who the CEO is and how many years of contract has he signed with the team?
We have not yet confirmed, but along the way we should be able to confirm who exactly he is. But discussions have reached an advanced stage which we think will not have many problems with. Yes.
Is the CEO within West Nile or someone who is abroad a little bit?
I'll give the details when the time is right. For now, all I can say is that we are in the process and the negotiations are well advanced.
That's good. That's good to hear. And let's first talk about the preparation-wise. How was the community, generally in Nebbi Town, perceiving this team into the next challenge? That's Big League.
Actually, throughout last season, we have been preparing the community because at the start of last season, we had a retreat where we dubbed the last campaign as a mission next level. So one of the core actions we undertook for us to achieve the vision next level was to try and prepare the community for that particular level. So the community have perceived it as something they have wanted. So they are quite prepared to welcome it. And as I talk right now, we have been trying to engage them to try and shift their mindset. So we have actually focused on a lot of things, not just for last season and what we wanted to achieve, but also for that time when we have achieved our target and how people are going to be able to perceive it and welcome it.
Mm.
Yes.
Actually, to those who are viewing us, I would like to confirm from you: is Nebbi Football Club a community-based club or is it an institutional club?
Nebbi is 100% a community club. Yes.
So the community has got actually a shareholder of the club.
They're actually the sole shareholder of the club.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay, let's first talk about how fans will be actually accessing the matches at the low grounds in terms of ticket sales. Have you grouped the tickets in a way that there's silver, there's gold, in that way? Are you going to come with such kind of an idea for the fans?
There's a lot that is being planned, but we want to actually, we want to close the bridge when we reach there, but for now, what we are trying to do is to, go fast, finish fast. We are not yet ready to play the league. What we are trying to do right now, our focus and our concentration is only to get ready to play. The other thing, we shall be doing this thing bit by bit, depending on the priorities at hand.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's leave that one and we'll talk about the football TV game that happened between Aloysius College in Yapia up against St. Jonas College Nebbi of Gulu. How entertaining was that game?
I think the player having taken one advantage at home. They should go to the with that optimism that they can still go ahead and qualify for the next round. So definitely it will be up to the coaches to do the thing. But I know I really want to be right in the path for the player college. And today they do have a friend against the Nebbi at the school in Yapia. So definitely that to me is a good one. It means they are up for business. They know the task ahead of them. They are trying to, in the best way possible, prepare for that task. Yeah.
Okay, before I let you go, you can speak to your people in Aluru in Logbarati. I mean, in Aluru, so that they can understand more of what actually you've been saying. Those who are watching us.
Should I speak Logbarati or Aluru?
You speaking in Aluru.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
For we not afraid more than actually there are which kind of the center for the club. I'm going to attract quella para mi devo fare di centro, che siamo da ricerca di website da ci si no mo da sen ya sarà una para pora di tutto su digni kawoni da yobra yorba pon ni masagore ni ketu par da mo da yoba e manda che ci la rom bara su digni to kawoni para bucare o fare roba ni qua ori to shak mo da ma to idoro aparna oyakushingiriwa umekiwa mokuma yana kwa mwago keti shingulo wakara wayobra por maber ina na kare mtugu inja kutugu beromo wabed ayoba mtugu fuko bili adai amaru mkwe wafo shakmu umedu wasu kashakwa.
All right. I'll get back. Okay, I'll get back to you when the right time comes.
All right,
thank you. That's Fred Senior. He is one of the insiders in that team of Nebbi Football Club. He has given us exclusive actual update about new CEO being on ground, and it's just a matter of them unveiling to the media. But the reality is they have got the CEO on ground right now. That's team Nebbi Football Club for you. We are going to see how this team will be thriving in what we call the football big league. Remember, it's their maiden season after changing for a long period of time, and I remember they have been so consistent in Western football. That's Nebbi Football Club. So we shall be closely watching this team, how it will be, and making amends in what we call the football big league in there. You know, it's not the only team in Western. We do have the Blackens as well. Ondupraka is into the mix, and they are so quiet, and we don't know what they are doing. But anytime soon, we shall be bringing for you the leaders of the two clubs here in the studio to give you some insights of what is happening with the team in there. Let's leave it at that one that and talk about transfers. Remember, transfers in Uganda football is actually speaking another momentum, and every club is trying to see that they sign good players. To see that they remain put in what you call the Southern Uganda Premier League. They don't get relegated. They want to achieve big targets in there. One of them is Team Maroons Football Club. Remember, they have actually signed back their hero in the names of Fred Yamaku. Remember, this guy has been with that team of Maroons Football Club for a long period of time before actually he left the team to join Chitel Football Club in there. At Chitel Football Club, he actually spent like 2 years with Chitel Football Club, and he thought that he had done his part for that team. At Chitel Football Club, he has been one of the darling actual players in that team. Remember, Chitel has performance in the recent actual years has been down to a team collection, and this guy has been one of the biggest players in that team of Chitel Football Club, Fred Amako. So finally, he has returned back to a club where he has been loved so much in there at Maroons. This guy has not been actually not underrated in there. He has been a top-notch player for Maroons Football Club. So they thought it very wise that they needed a player of his caliber to come in and make amends for them. Remember, he's good in scoring goals. He's good in assisting. So he has got a lot of ints. Actually, with him, he has got what we call off-pitch and on-pitch issues. He knows how to handle them very well. Discipline-wise, he's very okay. He's sort of polite. That's Fred Amak for you. He plays for Western Province, and playing for a big team, the names of Maroon Football Club, I think adds a lot of spice into him. Remember, the Western FA is about to summon players to come and represent, the province, what we call the FIFA drum games in there, and the Africa Cup of Nations games are also coming up very soon. The World Cup qualifiers are coming out very soon. I think this is not the right time for him actually to see that he cements his position into the national team of Uganda Cranes. So coming back to Maroons seems to be one of the biggest things to me, because things are not really moving so well in there at Star Football Club, and they are kind of disorganized for now. And this is a team that came into limelight, and everyone thought that they a team that will be making actually good progress into Ugandan football. Remember, this team did go into represent Uganda in what we call the Cup Confederation Cup, and they played a little bit good football with a couple of good players, the likes of Ronald Sesuga, the likes of Judy Sembugabi, making amends with the likes of this guy who has crossed over to APR. He has been so amazing. So it's not really easy to see that this team is going down like this, and the community down in Hoima needs to look into this team seriously, and needs to give back to this team. And the new president did say something that they want to they want to reorganize this team, and they want to give back to the community. The community needs to have a lion's head. That is Anyaika. That's what he said, that he wants to see this team back to where it belongs, and it's the only team that plays down in Hoima, the biggest club that plays in Ugandan football from that side of Hoima in there. So it will be a very big pride to see that this team comes back into limelight and pays players on time. Issues of corruption should not be there, to see that the club comes back to where it belongs. Remember, it has established himself to be one of the biggest clubs in Ugandan football, but the reality is most of their players have left them, and they are currently recruiting players on what we call on merit. So if you're interested, if you want to play for them, just come to our tires, and you'll be in a position to grant that opportunity. In case the technical team assists your performance and you perform extremely well, that's when the technical team will give you that platform, and you'll be joining the team in the names of State Football Club in there. So a team that has actually done a lot in there. One of the players who have kind of crossed over is Kabon Living. Remember, Kabon Living played at Ondo Praga here. He played at URA, and again, he also played for Chitara Football Club, and he has returned back to URA. I don't know what is so common in Uganda. Players go, they come back. Players go, they come back. So clubs come up to the strict actual condition that in case you go, you should go forever, because it's not becoming a routine thing in Ugandan football. A player plays for you here. When you want to tie the player to a new contract, this player doesn't want to play for you, and by the time when things start to be worse the other side, that's when he'll come back knocking with the agents that he wants to sign another contract. So Kabon Living is one of the players who has kind of crossed over back to URA in there. I don't want to talk much about other stories because there are so many stories. So these are the biggest stories that I thought these are the biggest signings so far in Ugandan football. And those are the picks that I picked to see that you are kind of well informed about, and these are the players who have got the talent, who have got a lot to expose. So we have to market them and we have to give them the publicity to see that they are one of the biggest actual players to talk about in Ghana football. So they are not real easy players. Freddie Amaku and Kabon Living, we have seen the credibility in Ghana football with their various clubs. So there's no doubt about them, and they are good players. And the URA will be one of the biggest clubs in there. As well, let's talk about a newly promoted team back to Uganda Premier League. Remember, they have been there in Uganda Premier League for so long period of time. That's Gaddafi Football Club for you. They have appointed one of the veteran coaches in Uganda football. That's Abdallah Mubiru. He recently worked at KCCA. At KC, he was fired. Then he was kind of quiet in the market and he was looking for a new club. So the new challenge has come in for him. He has actually got one of the mostly organized clubs right now in Uganda football. That's Gaddafi Football Club for you. He is coming into this team with a lot of experience in Uganda football. Remember, he played for Uganda Cranes. Yeah, he was most none of being playing that holding midfield role. He plays that number 6. For those who don't understand that, into match in there, he plays number 6. That's Abdullah Mubiru. During his playing time, he plays number 6. So coming up to the limelight once again into Ghana football seems to be one of the biggest things to me. And into this team, he comes with, like I said earlier, with the vast experience. Remember, he has moved actually to some extent abroad. In there, he has actually crossed over to Tanzania to play for a team in the names of Mbeya City. So it's not new that Abdallah Mubiru, with his experience and with the project that they have at Team Gaddafi Football Club, I think he has spent pen to paper on a 2 year contract. So in this 2 year contract, I think his first priority is that this team remains actually in what we call the Standard Ghana Premier League for the other season. So I don't think that he will be all that competitive enough. Much as he has the experience of Ghana football, I'm quite sure he will not be all that connected with the squad that he's having. Will the technical team or will the club president be important to start that money to him to go into the market and sign good players? And he's said to come with one of he's actually former tacticians. He worked with one of the most actually experienced tacticians in Ghana football. That's Keva Kisala. He worked with him at KCCA. So back he is with him at the Gaddafi Football Club. He said to actually unveil them very soon. And one of the latest he's coming with is, I should say, in my own was one of the opportunities in the game of football in Uganda. That's not Michael Mutebi, but a coach in the names of Charles Livingstone Babazi. And remember, he loves to be where there's money. That's Charles Livingstone Babazi. That's the fact about him. He has been here with Ndupraka. Ndupraka was having a few money here with the Rio Hill, with Mbarara City. Finally, he's here, said to me he worked. So, Bambazi at a club called Gaddafi Football Club, one of the new restructured clubs. They have got the fan base, they have got the money, they have got the strategy of doing things, and with the experience that I think the coaches do have got at their disposal, they may be adding a lot of things into that team of Gaddafi. Remember, Charles Livingstone Babazi has got his own type of players. Abdullah Mubiru as well has got his own type of player. Keba Kisala. Probably they may be having some vibe into that team of Gaddafi Football Club. Remember, this is not a traditional. This is one of the traditional clubs that we have got in Uganda. So probably they may be adding a lot of value into that team of Gaddafi. At Ndopraka Football Club, Charles Livingstone Babazi came close. At Eroakil, he came close. At Mbarara City, he tried. So when all those brains come back together like this, and if they have got a common purpose and a common goal, you will definitely see a team in the name of Gaddafi Football Club making a mention in Ugandan football. Much as Vipers, NEC, and the AC Villa, not forgetting other clubs like KCCAs of this world, Ugandan football will be so much interesting. Remember, clubs are trying to reinforce the technical team with coaches. KCCA has got that. And I'm even quite sure with what AC Villa is having at their disposal right now, they have got the purpose. You know, These other Serbian coaches who always come at AC Villa, they come with the purpose. They always perform very well in there. So it's always alleged that Mourinho also wants to bring in a foreign coach into the team of Vipers. Are we going to see all these coaches coming in? Who will be who? Is what actually we shall be watching in Ghana football. But the reality is clubs are spending big, and others will be playing in what we call domestic league. Others will be playing continental showpiece. It will not be a mouth-watering affair for some of these clubs in Uganda. So it's not going to be an easy thing. So I'm quite sure Uganda football this time around, it will be very, very interesting to watch. And I can't wait to see teams like Vipers. I can't wait to see teams like KCCA, teams like SC Villa and Jose Balango at that team of NEC will be interesting to watch. And Abdullah Mubiru with his technical team of Charles Lewis and Babazi and Keva Kishala in that team of Gaddafi Football Club, it will be so impressive to watch him there. Let's leave that one that I'm talking about. One of the fast rising and promising Ugandan defenders who came through the ranks of several actual clubs in Ugandan football. He went to the Horn of, should I say the Horn of Africa? Up there, I'm talking about Kenneth Tamakula. He has kind of gotten a new home abroad, and it's kind of a juicy deal for him. From Africa, he crosses over to United Arab Emirates, one of the biggest clubs. Remember, the club where he goes has got a very rich history. That's Kenneth Tamakula for you. And the money that he banked in that deal is very huge. I'll be telling that into nitty-gritty things. And then this is one guy who came into the ranks of clubs in Ugandan football. Remember, that's when Kenneth Tamakula came into limelight in Ugandan football. He played for Bosoga United. That's when, based in Jinja, he played for Bully FC. That's where Team UAD Football Club, Team AC Villa spotted him and signed him with a lucrative deal at AC Villa. He spent two good years, and he has been so influential for that team of AC Villa. And he made AC Villa to win what we call the 17th championship in there. He comes into Uganda Prince team. He's always one of the most recognized players. If he's not there, this team struggles at the middle of at the middle of the park. Remember, he has got a little versatility in himself. He can play actually in that number 6 role. He can play actually in the number 5 and 4 roles in there. He can play even on the left hand side, on the right hand. He's very versatile. That's a player in the names of Kenneth Tamakula. Very, very influential player. And he's always very polite in terms of game reading. He's very excellent in terms of positioning. He's very excellent in terms of tackles. Very excellent. That is a player in the names of Kenneth Tamakula. So finally, he has been playing. After leaving AC Villa, he went to Tunisia for a club called Club Africain. And in that team of Club Africain, he played one of the biggest games for them. Remember, he played a number of games in that team. He made like 20 appearances for that team of Africain. And in that regard, he had got a lucrative deal of around $80,000 US. Now, that was the money that was given to him after a club in Kuwait. Do you know where Kuwait is? Big money. So finally, he has crossed over to United Arab Emirates in a team called Al Arabic Soccer Club in there. That's where Kenneth Tamakula has put pen to paper on what we call on a 2 years deal. And the money that has been given to him is worth around $80,000 US. That's Ugandan shillings. So if you convert that money into Ugandan shillings, it's a very huge amount of money, around 286,735,000 Ugandan shillings. Just look at this money. And this is a player who has been so promising. And he comes into Kuwait with what we call continental actual experience. He'll be adding a lot of value into that team of Kuwait. Remember, he's not just any ordinary person. He has actually matured in mind. Remember, his ball control is one thing that kind of caught the attention of the scouts. I think crossing borders seems to be one of the biggest things. I think players who come at the ranks of Sports Club Villa are trying to have that unique character in them. One of them is Ronald Sesganda. Remember, he is been a national call-up into the team of Uganda Cranes. And again, Kenneth Semakula is also one of the recognized players into the team of Uganda Cranes. So I think even the recent Chan games that players have been summoned, AC Villa dominates. What is the secret behind AC Villa? I need to bring one of their actual ardent fans and ardent actual agents that we do have got in Western here in the name of Papito David to tell us some secrets about AC Villa. Remember, this is not an ordinary club. This is one of the traditional clubs we have got in Ugandan football. The record actual winners of Ugandan football 17 times. It's not easy to win and it's not easy to dominate like this. And AC Villa has got actually what we call a unique character when it comes to player nurturing and player. Remember, this is a player that they signed from the Master Cups, they signed from the regional league, and they signed some of these players from the 4th Division League. And these players are not fast rising. Remember, Kenneth Semakula is still very young, 22 years old, and he has got that brain, that maturity in the mind already. So cross borders, one of the biggest things, and the money that he is actually pocketing is huge, $80,000. So if you convert that money into Ghana cedis again, it's around 286,735 Ghana shillings. What the money? That money can do for him something very tangible. That's his sign-on fee. And remember, the salary that he will be earning at the Arabic Sports Club in there will be very, very huge. He has signed pen to paper on a 2 years contract. Very good one for him. I think he just needs to go out there and do what he can best to do. Offer your service, perform well, you never know. That's where other clubs will come in and support you. Much as that actually league is not all that much actually recognized global, but the reality is he has crossed over. That Arab money is there. It's a Jewish deal for a player in the names of Kenneth Semakula, a player whom I actually love watching, a player whom actually I feel like when he's there, I will be next to my screens and I'll be watching him. Very, very actually talented player. 22 years old, already abroad. That's Kenneth Semakula for you. And it will be actually one of the biggest things that we should be actually craving for, to see that our players within here need to make amends and really make us very proud. And let's leave that and that and talk about international sports. Remember, a lot of transfer stories making headlines international. I'll be going club to club. I will never leave any club outside, regardless of which team. One of the powerhouses in Europe. I'll be picking them one by one. I still have got much of the time. I mean to give you the best in there. Remember, keep on sending us the messages on our social media account, especially on Facebook, where we're there live. Keep sending your messages there on our email channel at satellitetv.com. Keep sending them there. I'll be following some of your messages on our social media handles in there. On Facebook, keep on dropping them. Keep on dropping your questions. I'll be responding to them. For businesses, you can always call us on 0393 8209 for business. We shall always be there for you to see that you are catered for everything that you deserve in the game of, in the business world with the Sunrise TV. So let's first start with the Manchester United. So the latest we're getting indicates that the Manchester United are reportedly in talks with their new goalkeeper. Remember, Andre Onana has got a hamstring injury, and Manchester United decided to start their pre-season trainings very soon next month. And Andre Onana will not be available in time for Manchester United pre-seasons against Leeds United down in USA. So it has not prompted the Manchester United that they need to have actually the new goalkeeper. And one of the goalkeepers that they're talking about is Emiliano Martinez of Aston Villa. And it's not the first time that they're talking about this deal. And Aston Villa are open actually of letting Martinez leave. Of course, they have already signed a goalkeeper already from France in a team called Brest. He's called Marco in there, one of the oldest goalkeepers that we have seen. Marco is already old, 34 years old, and Emiliano Martinez as well is very old. What is Aston Villa up to? Remember, they will be playing in what we call the Europa League in there. I think a player in the names of Emiliano Martinez was going to be a very good one for them. Remember, he is a World Cup winner. He has got that experience already with him playing for Arsenal Football Club, for several other clubs. That's Emiliano Martinez for you. So Manchester United are really interested in his services. So with the system that Amorim plays in, is he the perfect one for Manchester United? Is actually the $1 million question that I'm asking myself. If you look at that team of Manchester United, it mainly actually relies on what we call building from the back. So is Emiliano Martinez capable of doing that? He's that type of goalkeeper who is similar to David here, who is not much into ball playing. Will he be in a position to come in United and adapt very well in that back three formation of Manchester United? Much as he has got leadership attributes in him, he can command the defenders. He's not like Andrew who keeps quiet and he continues as well scoring goals for fun. That's Emiliano Martinez for you. But Manchester United waiting for him seems to be a good one for a short period of time. He is not actually a long actual time plan for Manchester United. That's Emiliano Martinez for you. So I think the purpose here is to see that he comes in and he just plays 1 or 2 seasons with them. Probably United will be identifying a potential replacement, a long-time replacement, to see that he comes in. United have got goalkeepers. Remember, Dean Henderson was thought to be one of the players who lived to the billion to Old Trafford, but coaches who came in there actually did not actually give him the priority. Eric Ten Hag never trusted him. Ruben Amorim came, never trusted him, and Amorim is trying to go in for an old goalkeeper in the names of Emiliano Martinez. Is that a good move? To me, it's not really a good move. If you want to build a team of young actual stars, remember the project is that the Manchester United build a team from the youngs. You understand? Eh? That's what the project of Manchester United tells us. So they want to build a team of young players. So is Emiliano Martinez that type of player? Yes, they have got other young stars actually at their disposal. The likes of Harrison, they're into the mix. Andil Badairi is in that team of United. So it's now down to Ruben Amorim to see which player to pick in there. And one of the latest players that they're talking about is a player in the names of Douglas Luiz. I don't know what is Ruben Amorim trying to actually get used to at United. He's trying to bring in players with a lot of experience. Remember, Douglas Luiz was one of the players in the English Premier League. They were so outstanding when he was playing for Aston Villa. And when he crossed over to the team of Juventus, things never clicked actually very well for him for not having that actual much playing time. And the media doesn't give that much attention when it comes to publicity. And the hype of the game is always very low, not to the billing. So he feels that he wants to come back to Europe and he wants to play in England. And one of the teams that is interested in his services is Manchester United. Even Newcastle United is currently actually looking for his services. And it will not be interesting to see how Douglas Luiz will be coming into English football. So, Arsenal, Manchester United, Aston Villa, Everton, Leeds United are all actually searching for the services of a player in the names of Douglas Luiz. So, Manchester United, to me, does not actually need a player of his nature. The thing that what they need is a replacement for Eriksen. Remember, you know, they've got other youngsters at that disposal. Kobe Mino is in there. You have Kola is in that midfield. A lot of players. Why can't you give opportunity for some of these players? These are outstanding players. They can perform. Just give them the opportunity. Give them the playing time. Give them the instructions that they need. They will perform to the billing. So I think Amorim wants to see that he wants a competitive team. He wants to see that everything moves well. He wants a team that has got a philosophy that plays actually similar to what he wants. Remember, he fancies playing 3-4-2-1 formation. So his type of players. Remember, he talked about Brian Mbeumo. The deal seems to be quiet, but he may be crossing over to United. That's Brian Mbeumo's deal for you. And we shall be watching how Manchester United will be making amends in what we call the pre-season games in there. Remember, Amorim has got a very huge task to perform when it comes to what we call the Europa. The pre-season games that they will be playing in, and one of the priorities is the goalkeeping area. Remember, Andrew Nana, like I said, he has been so porous at that goal post of Manchester United. Everything comes in, it's a goal. He doesn't command the defenders very well. That's Andrew Nana for you. So if Ruben Amorim wants to make Manchester United to be one of the competitive teams next season in the English Premier League. If he wants to actually see that this team comes back stronger in the English Premier League, he needs to actually see that his goalkeeping actually area is kind of improved. Remember, this guy has been inconsistent, scoring goals for fun. Every player loves scoring against Anton Nana. So, it's not down to Ruben Amorim to see which player he needs to add into that actual department. So I talked about Martinez not being linked in there, but he has got other young stars who are in there. I talked about Harrison and Radek is into that team, and these are some of the players that I think Ruben Amorim needs to give them the opportunity. And Martinez, they're still very young, they don't have the experience, but just need to give them that chance probably. They may rise to the occasion and they make amends, and they can easily bench under Onana. What's all required for a goalkeeper is you need to be very flexible, you need to be very quick in decision making. So your ball distribution has to be very excellent. So those are the things that I thought Aaron Nana was not really doing to the building at United. Matthias, he is a ball playing goalkeeper. That's the reason as to why Ruben Amorim fancies him. So one of the areas that United needs to look at is about Martins Cunha's actual system, where he will play Matheus Cunha is one of the biggest things. And in case this guy comes, Brandon Bem, in case he comes, where will all these players play? And where will Bruno Fernandes play? Remember, Matheus Cunha and Bruno Fernandes, they are both versatile players. They can play in any position given the opportunity. They are always very flexible and dynamic in what called positions in there. So would he be in position to see that this guy fits very well? I'm quite sure with Mason Mount, he prefers playing Mason Mount on the flanks. And then Amad Diallo is into the... But I'm quite sure Ruben Amorim maybe trying to bring Amad Diallo to come and play back on the flanks. One of the wing backs has to be Amad Diallo. Remember, that's where he started playing him in before actually he brought him to come and play actually up front in there. So, very huge decision to be taken by Ruben Amorim. So, we're waiting to see how he'll be assembling that team of United. And a lot of people are already saying that Matheus Cunha is kind of, his style of play resembles the one of Eric Cantona. So his ball distribution is very good, like the one of Eric Cantona. So we are waiting to see how United will be assembled with Matheus Cunha. Remember, the hype is always there. Very little with Manchester United when it comes to their players. They always give them the hype, but at the end of the day, these players don't perform to the billing. So, Matheus Cunha, yes, he's a very good addition. He's a very workaholic. He runs throughout. He can score for those goals at any given time. So, it's down to Ruben Amorim to see that he then finds what we call a perfect position to see that this guy makes amends in there. So, I'll be actually glad to see how this guy will be making amends actually at United. That's Ruben Amorim in for you. So, one of the biggest things he needs to do is his authority with United. Remember, he has kind of imposed a lot of authority into that team of Manchester United. He doesn't want nonsense actually into the pitch. He doesn't want nonsense into the dressing room. He wants to control everything by himself. He wants to build a team that has been given to him. He wants to build a team that the Manchester United has given him that full authority to see that these are the type of players that he wants to work with. So that's the reason as to why Ruben Amorim is trying to have authority over some of other players in there. So one of the latest players is Marcus Rashford, who is set to reunite with Jose Felix Mourinho. And there were links about Barcelona. There were links to Bayern. So the latest we're getting is it's like this guy will be crossing over to Fenerbahce and he'll be playing with Jose Felix Mourinho. You remember he played actually with him at the Old Trafford way back from 2016 to 2019. That's when Jose Felix Mourinho was at the helm of United, and Marcus Rashford was one of the influential players in the team of Jose Felix Mourinho. And one of the biggest attributes that Jose said he loves about him is about his physicality and his aggressiveness when it comes to going forward. That's what Jose Felix Mourinho loves to see. And down at Turkey, one of the physical teams, one of the most actually strong countries that we have got in terms of football is is Turkey, whereby It's always a low scoring actually a country with the actual team scoring less than 3 goals. This is score past 3 goals. Hold yourself lucky down in Turkey. So we are yet going to see whether this guy will be making amends. We have seen other players going to that team and making amends. The likes of Victor Osimhen into that team. So we are yet going to see how Marcus Rashford will be making amends in the team of Fenerbahce. It's imminent that he will be crossing over to Fenerbahce. Remember, he said that he wants to play what you call in what you call Champions League, and this team of Fenerbahce will not be playing the Champions League. And the latest we're getting is like Marcus Rashford will be crossing over to Fenerbahce. So let's leave that on that, and we talk about one of the biggest stories developing this particular evening indicates that team PSG want a player in the names of Cole Palmer from Chelsea. Remember, Cole Palmer has been so influential for Team Chelsea Football Club in what we call the FIFA Club World Cup, and his actual rise for Team Chelsea in the FIFA Club World Cup actually earned for them a very big actual opportunity to win the FIFA Club World Cup. So, no doubt about his credibility. He came through the youth ranks of Manchester City, and he is already into that team of Chelsea. He's still very young. Cole Palmer, 23 years old. I think he'll be offering a lot still for Chelsea. You know, Chelsea has tied him to a longer time contract in there. I think he signed like 7 years contract at Chelsea Football Club. He still has got more than 4 years still remaining at his contract with Chelsea Football Club. Will PSG be in position to sign this guy? Remember, they are saying that they want to give around 250 million pounds to Chelsea to see that they bring in this guy. Will he be in position to make amends? So at PSG, they have got the players already, quite actually nice players already into that team. They have got Desire Doué into that team. We have Kvaratskhelia. We have other players like Brady Barcola. We have Ousmane Dembele into the mix. What is PSG up to? They want to sign actually every good player in this world. That's PSG for you. So will Chelsea be in a position to allow Cole Palmer, the untouchable, to leave them and join one of the biggest powerhouses down in France? That's PSG for you. I don't think Chelsea will be in position to allow that guy. Remember, he has been the hero for Team Chelsea Football Club in there. That's Cole Palmer for you. So it's going to be one of the biggest things for Team Chelsea Football Club to see that they let this guy leave and he crossed over and played for a team in the names of Paris Saint-Germain. Yes, the money seems to be big for a player that they sign at a lesser price from Manchester City. 250 million pounds is what actually PSG is offering on board in there for a player in the names of Cole Palmer. Are we going to see this guy coming in? Before actually I crossed over to Team Real Madrid, let me first talk about Liverpool. The latest I'm getting indicated that Liverpool are interested in 6 players. Who are these players that Liverpool are interested in? All these are what we call strikers. So one of them is a striker in the names of Alexander Isak, who plays for Newcastle United. And Newcastle United said if any club wants this guy, the club has to pay 150 million pounds. And what Liverpool is willing to offer on table is at the region of 120 million pounds in there. Is that money really worth actually to Isak is actually a price tag in there? I don't think so. He doesn't actually deserve that amount of money in my own view. He has not been all that actually to the expectation. He has not lived to the building for his national team. That's Sweden. But at the current level, he has actually tried to actually see that he carries that team of Newcastle United. He scores those goals for them. And at that team of Liverpool, probably, you could easily say that he can be good. But at Newcastle United, he doesn't have that much support in there. But at Liverpool, you have got Gakpo, you have got Salah, you have Diaz, McAllister, and Fernando is already into the mix. Probably, you may say that a player in the caliber of Alexander Isak can be one of the biggest players for Team Liverpool. See that he gets actually his services. So that's the price that Team Newcastle United are demanding for this guy, and he has actually established himself to be one of the eyebrows in English football. That's Alexander Isak for you. So he has got that Premier League experience. Crossing over to Anfield, I think, will be one of the biggest things. Remember, Liverpool, a number of times have been playing without actually a natural number 9. They thought they signed Darren Nunes to come and play in that position, but Darren Nunes not that natural number 9, but he loves coming from the flank. That Darren Nunes for you. So Alexander Isak, when he's into the box, he's always a fox, and he will score for you. That's also goals. In terms of scoring from projects, he's very okay. He uses his his head. He can even Isak, very complete player. But when it comes to Liverpool, he will be a good one. But my problem is only the price tag is really too much. And this is the perfect opportunity for Newcastle United to see that this guy crosses over, and they need to make that money. I'm quite sure if Newcastle doesn't sell this guy within a short period of time, they are gonna lose a lot of money. In his services, and this is a player who said he's open to any idea. In case Liverpool comes for him, he is ready to go. It's down to Liverpool talking to Newcastle United. That's when he can pick up and say that, hey guys, I've done my part. I'm going. Like what Wilson has done. Callum Wilson, he's crossing over for Arab money. Down in Saudi Arabia in there. So he's one of the players. One of the latest players that they're talking about is Victor Osimhen of Team Napoli. You remember, Victor Osimhen has been one of the players that everyone talked about in the recent years. He has got that gravity when it comes to scoring. His gravity is a little bit high. That's Victor Osimhen for you. His gravity never drops. When he steps out into your team, when he was playing for Galatasaray, he scored a number of goals. When he was playing for Napoli, he has scored a number of goals. But my prayer was that he just needs to come in and try things at Premier League. With the physique of the English football, will apply in the names of Victor Osimhen, be that perfect fit at Liverpool. I don't think so. He doesn't fit at Liverpool. He best fits at United, whereby you have to hold the ball before you release it. So at Liverpool have got players who can hold the ball for long. Salah can hold the ball. Gabo can hold for you the ball. Luis Diaz can hold for you the ball. And other players are there. Those the players. So he perfectly fits actually at United because he uses much of the physicality. That's a play in the names of Victor Osimhen for you. So with the Ancelotti after the 4-3-3 formation or the 4-2-3 formation, I don't think Victor Osimhen is that perfect one after to fill into that void of Liverpool. Remember, their priority is that they also signed up to a national number 9 in there. The latest that they're talking about is Eintracht Frankfurt is also Hugo Ekitike. So Liverpool said if they don't go for a player in the names of Alexander Isak, so definitely they'll be signing a player also in the names of Hugo Ekitike, who banked around 15 goals in Germany for Eintracht Frankfurt, and he provided around 9 assists last season. So is he the type of player? He's still very young. So probably if Liverpool wants to build a team, if Liverpool wants to have a striker who can come and stay for years and live to the billion at Anfield, it should be Hugo Ekitike in my own view, because he's still very young and he can still offer for them something. And in terms of he's actually first appearance in English football will be a little bit a challenge for him. Liverpool needs to give him another opportunity. That's Hugo Ekitike for you. But the other player that they're talking about includes a player in the names of Rodrigo of Real Madrid. They are also talking about this guy, and one of the latest is a player in the names of Oli Watkins of Aston Villa. So these are the strikers that Liverpool is talking about. So of all these strikers, if you ask me which one should I go in for, I'll go for Hugo Ekitike because of the price tag. That's one. Because of his age, he's still very young, and he can offer still big in there for Liverpool. Matthias Alexander Isak is also very young, but the price tag is only the thing that's limiting me from signing him. But the reality is he is as well a good striker. One of the proven strikers we have got in Europe right now is Alexander Isak, and it's imminent that his price tag is kind of high in there, and he's much more comparable to a striker in the names of Victor Gyökeres. So Victor Gyökeres is as well a good one, but he is crossing over to Arsenal, and the deal is very close, and Arsenal Football Club will be signing this player. Before I go to Real Madrid, let's first talk about Arsenal. And so the rate we get from Arsenal is that they have actually agreed personal terms with Christian Masquera. This guy is coming into Arsenal, and he's a centre back. He's a sided centre back in there. So is he coming down to what actually Real Madrid have been crying for a long period of time? You remember Real Madrid again and again the transfers have been talking about Saliba in there, so they've been talking about his services, but he did put a lot of mixed performances in what we call the Champions League against Real Madrid. He kind of went down a little bit. He was not all that good enough in those two league affairs. That's Saliba for you. So is Mikel Arteta looking at Masquera as a potential replacement for Saliba? Remember, Real Madrid are talking about him. One of the latest player is that they're talking about is also Rodrigo, and it's that the Real Madrid are willing to sell this guy, and Arsenal Football Club has been looking for this guy seriously in there. If this guy comes at Arsenal Football Club, he could be one of the biggest deals that I think Arsenal Football Club will be having at their disposal. Give the time, I'm left with only a few minutes in there. Let me rush over to team Real Madrid. The latest we're getting indicates that the Real Madrid are, by the way, one of the biggest things is one of the players is kind of leaving the club. That's Vasquez, Lucas Vasquez is leaving Real Madrid. That's official. He has actually left the club, so it's not easy for Real Madrid in there. One of their giants, one of their actually all the players are leaving. Modric has left, so it's really very, very actually touching for Real Madrid, and they are looking at actually alternatives to see that their kind of setup is kind of very organized in there. Remember, it's not going to be easy for Team Real Madrid in there, and the clubs that are talking about a number of players, and Barcelona Football Club is looking at a number of players. Atletico Madrid is signing players. Real Madrid is also into the mix, and the under transition under Xavi Alonso. So it's not going to be an easy affair. So the latest we're getting is that they're targeting actually midfielders in there. So the midfielders that they're talking about is Alex McAllister of Team Liverpool, Enzo Fernandez of Team Chelsea Football Club, and Nicolo Barella of Team Inter Milan in there. So if you ask me, if Team Real Madrid needs to sign good players in that team, I want to go for a player in the names of McAllister of Liverpool. I will not sign him. He's not all that workaholic enough. He's a player who will not play for 90 minutes. He'll get tired along the way. So I would rather go for Enzo Fernandez of Team Chelsea Football Club. Remember, Chelsea Football Club signed him expensively, and his performance for the national team in the World Cup was so influential, and Chelsea Football Club, with the money that they have, so they signed him expensively. So would Real Madrid be important to break the bank and sign this guy? So it remains to be one of the biggest things. So Real Madrid has kind of strengthened their actual defense a little bit with the signing of Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool. They signed a striker in the name of Dean Huijsen in there. So we're going to see whether Real Madrid will be important to make amends in there. You remember, Fran Garcia is also one of the players that they're talking about. So Xavi Alonso is not really so happy with the team of Real Madrid. He said that midfield setup is kind of not actually reliable. He thinks that the midfield option has got still loopholes. Remember, some of the biggest players are leaving now, so you need to have some of the experienced players into that team of you have to see that you have got versatility, you have got that experience into the middle of the park. So they are looking at striking, actually, midfield options in there. So at the striking department, they have got a number of players. In my own view, those players are good enough. So what they have to do is stay calm with these players and give them the playing opportunity. So Real Madrid will be a team to watch. So it's so obvious that Xavi Alonso said Eduardo Camavinga, Valverde, Aurelio Tchouameni, Dani Carvajal, and Jude Bellingham are some of the players that he thinks are not so actually fluid enough to the middle of the park actually for him. He wants actually to see that his team actually possesses very speed in there. So Jude Bellingham, we know that he's a slow player. And you could talk about Aurelio Tchouameni. Yeah, he's okay. But a player in the names of Jude Bellingham, I'm always criticizing his actually his playing style. He's a very slow player in there. I'm not much into his style of play. That's Jude Bellingham for you. So I'll be actually waiting to see how these guys will be actually flourishing into that team of Real Madrid in there. So much interest in there to see this team of Real Madrid making amends. So let me go to some of your messages here on our social media handle. I do have a number of them here. This one is, let me see, this one is, Morris says, it's amazing to watch you here on the TV. Thanks so much, Morris, for watching. Chosen Mark is always actually available watching the show. Send my greetings to Baiti Jamal and senior IT expert around Western region. That's it's not bad for you. Jamal is also here saying that it's nice. So it's really amazing to see that you guys were watching actually me in the studios in there. So amazing to see that you guys are always giving us that platform to see that we'll give you the best in the world of sports in there. I'll be back here tomorrow to give you what to call exclusive analysis in the world of sports, and tomorrow I'll be delving into other clubs. Remember, if I don't talk about your clubs, please give me a call and I'll talk about your club tomorrow. Remember, I never talked about Inter Milan, never talked about Barcelona, but tomorrow, honestly, I'll be providing for you that into nitty-gritties, and I'll be giving for you some of the biggest profiles in Western football tomorrow. One of the players that I will be profiling for you is Ibrahim Musa. Remember, he is one of the promised youngsters, and it's like he'll be playing what we call CAF Continental Showpiece, most notably CAF Confederation Cup. That's Ibrahim Musa for you. I'll be profiling his football journey for you here tomorrow in there. So it has been me, Senior General, the host of the show. I'm out of here. This show is being brought to you by Sabirima Global Ventures Limited here, the sole sponsors of this particular show. And always for business, remember to hit us on our studio number, that's 0393 228209, and we shall be in business with you. I'm out of here. Till tomorrow. Bye-bye.
We celebrate our nation, our future, Uganda, and believe in the beautiful game.